doing the recording.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's shut off now.
No, that's fine if it's you. I was like, did somebody sneak in on us? Did somebody sneak in? You never know.
It's just me being sneaky. The goddess is here.
Oh, good. There's Jackie. Now we have an echo. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Greetings, everyone.
Hello, Jacqueline Gates.
Hello, Miss Hochman. How goes it?
It goes absolutely fabulous. It's fabulosity. I haven't played with my webinar room in a while, so it's taking me a moment. Plus, everybody's down. Jackie, did you have to download software when you came on or no?
No, it just went straight through.
Oh, okay. So then maybe it's just me. Okay. Very good, very good, very good. Okay, I'm just looking to see. I know that there's, okay, Jackie, we unmuted. Very good. I'm looking to see if there's anybody else. I'm looking for Melody Cantner if she's around.
There she is. I just found her.
Okay. Kathy, you seem to be echoing. Are you two phones near each other or something?
No, it's only when I'm unmuting somebody that I echo.
Okay, so then let's give it a minute and maybe you'll stop echoing. Maybe you'll stop echoing. Wow, I see some old friends on the line and some new friends and people I met out in Vegas and people I haven't seen in a long time. Steve Murray, I know you called. I haven't listened to your message yet, but I know you called. I adore you. I'll get with you. It was a kooky, crazy, wonderful day. I'm going to take a quick look at if anybody wrote a question or anything, wants to say hi, give a shout out. We could even unmute a couple people for a minute and say hi. So let's get this show on the road. Hang on.
Absolutely.
I always forget how to pop this thing out. Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm looking to see. Hello, hello, hello. Melissa, when's the baby coming? We liked your little booty sockies, and we're very excited. Very excited. Let's see. Kathy, how do I make this? Oh, there it is. There it is. What do I do without Edward? Edward has an interview tonight. He's interviewing somebody for Share Your Dream Friday. Those of you guys that don't know Edward Elliott, so I'm doing this. It's me and Kathy. So, hello, hello, hello. Greetings. Hello. See, I can't see their names good. That's my problem. Oh, there. If I go like this, it's good. Hello, Peter. Kathy, I'm figuring it out. See what happens when Edward's not here? I have no choice. Well, good. Hello, hello, Natalie. You know, if Natalie's around, you can unmute her, Kath. I don't know if she has background noise or stuff. I know she had kids stuff and this and that going on. Hello, Melissa, other Melissa.
There she is. Oh, she's on a microphone and speaker.
That's okay as long as she's got a good, she probably has a good mic. She's all fancy.
Hello.
Fancy. Hello, darling. How are you?
Hi. Oh, I'm great, great.
Well, Natalie, do you want to stay unmuted and hang out, or do you have stuff going on in the house?
It's all good. We actually had a wonderful talk. The little family was chatting for about 30 minutes, and I'm free now. I'm all by myself in my office, so I'm good to go.
Ooh, all right. Well, I got a lot of content to cover, so let's get it rolling. Guys, I'm so excited. First of all, if we haven't met before, my name's Diane HOCHMAN. I started in the industry in 1999. It was a complete and total accident. My cousin came over. He had lost over 100 pounds, and he said, you can do it too, and sold me a box of stuff. Actually, he sold it to my father-in-law because I was broke. I didn't have the money to buy it. My father-in-law bought it for me, and then he invited me to a meeting. I thought I was going to a Weight Watchers type of meeting where we'd all weigh and measure and all that stuff for any of you people that know about that stuff, and it turned out to be an opportunity meeting. And that was the first time I saw the concept of leverage, and it just turned me on tremendously. I bought myself a $72.95 business in a box. I wrote a check that I didn't have the money to cover. I was over $40,000 in credit card debt, and ta-da, I was in business. And that was in the fall of 1999. So I'm coming up this fall on my 12-year anniversary. But you know, I'm in the home business and marketing industry, so I say I got 12 years already because we always round up, right, Kathy?
That's right. That's right.
We always round up. So 12 years experience, and I'm excited to do a very important webinar with you guys tonight. It's called The Hidden Order Behind Mega Earners. And just recently, Kathy, what I'm going to do you have a cell phone with you?
I do.
Okay. If there's anything urgent that is going on that you need to tell me, you know I'm not going to look at the little box thing from the webinar room. Just text me.
Okay.
And, you know, if there's anything urgent. Otherwise, I got a little clock in front of me, so it should be good. If you've never been to a webinar with me before, I'm kind of all over the map. My nickname is the Digital Dingbat, and we call my webinars Webinars Gone Wild, because you never know what's going to happen. Often me screwing up the whole thing. But tonight I think we're true, right? Kathy, you've seen it many, many times. By the way, if I shut down the webinar, please come back. I feel pretty secure tonight because I'm using most of a presentation that I just did out in Las Vegas at the No Excuses Summit. If any of you guys were there, I'm going to put the hands down. Hang on, let me open up the attendee list, and we'll put all the hands down. If any of you guys were there in Vegas, raise your hand. I want to give you a shout out and say hi and tell you guys I love you. Had such a great time. I met so many incredible people. And I particularly want to, I just hit a button, but I don't think I meant to. Kathy?
We're here. We're fine.
We're here.
I know you're here, but, oh, there we go. Okay, it's working.
We're all here.
Yes, I am an internet mogul. Cuckoo-cuckoo. Guys, I want to tell you about what we're going to talk about tonight and what I think is fair to do, especially because, first of all, I want to thank you. I know so many of you, there was a huge number of webinars tonight. In fact, people were talking about on Facebook, you know, which one are you going to go to? There's so many going on. So, hi, Ira. I had such a good time with you. In fact, I'm going to show some pictures. Krishna, hey, baby girl. Hey, Lou. Lou's a chiropractor. He's so cool. We had such a good time talking and everything. We hung out. Pam Hovis was with me. She's my Mardi Gras queen. Peter, I didn't get to talk to you a lot. We had to talk on the phone sometime. We didn't get to, like, bond. You know what I'm saying? So, good looking through. So, guys, before we start, I know you made a choice tonight. I feel like I'm like United Airlines. We know you had many choices in which airline to fly today. You chose to fly Diane Airlines. So, I'd like to give you the courtesy of telling you who this presentation is not for. And, by the way, those of you that were in Vegas, I'm adding stuff. So, don't think it's the same thing. This is never the same thing with Hochman. So, let's see if I get the PowerPoint to work here. And go. Come on, baby. I'm hitting the button, Kathy.
It's going to work.
I'm hitting the button. It's not doing what I want it to do, but I am hitting the button. There it is, who this is not for. In case any of you guys are still sitting here going, should I hang out with Hochman? Guys, I'm going to talk to you guys about creating long-lasting residuals. And so if you are not into creating long-lasting residuals, guys, people joke and they talk about, you know, creating residual income. People who truly are attraction marketers and understand this game, we got more residuals than we know what to do with. The fantasy that people, you know, think about having checks coming every day and PayPal payments and stuff, and I know you've seen some of that on the internet. Honest to goodness, I want to tell you that it is true, and we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight and how the mega earners do that. We're also going to tell you that people who do not want to build multiple residual incomes from one group so that you get paid over and over on the same people, this is not a good webinar for you. Okay, guys, there's a lot of people that are under the philosophy that they can only earn income from one place. If that's you, this is not for you, because I'm a firm believer in multiple streams of income. I'm a firm believer in stability. Guys, I got kids, one starting college next year. I got house, I got mortgage, I got all that stuff. I wanted to make sure my income was stable. Stable. And I also wanted to make sure I could serve the people that work with me. And a lot of things that are out there, you can only make $6 a month, $8 a month. If you're working like a matrix or a binary or different programs, you can only make so much money from an individual guy. And it takes a while for him to get ramped up. So if I can sell him a few things, tools and services that he can use to build his business so that I can make sure that I'm earning a reasonable amount per month with him, that allows me to give him my time. And if anybody knows me, that's what I'm all about. It's about giving people time, training them, and bringing them up to be professional marketers. I am not about quick hit. I am about professional marketing, and I am about building an income that will last. I want you to be here in 3 years, 5 years, and 10 years. So if you're not into that, you probably won't like my message. So, and then also people who are happy with collapsing checks. I am so tired. Kathy's laughing, but it's Kathy. I met a guy, and I've talked to him on the phone a lot of times out in Vegas. Sweetheart of a man. I've talked to him over many years. He picked a program. He built it. He got up to over $10,000 a month. And then one morning he woke up, went to his company website, and there was a page there that said, sorry, we've discontinued our network marketing division.
Oh, my Lord.
He put everything, Jackie, I'm not exaggerating, everything he had and worked, all the skills he had, everything he had into it, and boom. Now, am I knocking network marketing? No, I love network marketing, guys. I grew up in the industry, and I think it's an integral part of your income streams. But if you've ever had that happen to you, if you've heard the horror stories, I am a firm advocate of creating multiple streams of income so that you're safe and secure. Now, being a woman, being a mother, I think that we tend to go for security. I was never in it for the big hit. I didn't want a buck. I wanted a business. I'll say it again. I didn't want a buck. I wanted a business, and I wanted something that would be here and continue to pay me so that I could travel. Like during the month of April, I traveled 3 weeks out of the month, and then the 4th week was Easter Sunday. I was at my mom's. I happened to have 3 speaking engagements at huge events. They all fell in the same month, so it's very rare. I rarely travel like that, but it was very rare. But during that month, all my checks still came while I was busy traveling, and that's what I wanted. I want to go on vacation. Uh-oh, does it, Kathy, can you hear me? Kathy? Kathy? Oi, oi, oi. Kathy, can you hear me now? Kathy, can you hear me?
There you go.
Yeah, okay, I got a little thing.
I can hear you fine, Diane.
It does that just to tease me and freak me out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway.
Well, it wouldn't be one of your webinars if something didn't happen, Diane.
Well, my internet's been going in and out all night, so if my internet goes down, take over, woman.
Yeah.
Anyway, I should have sent you the PowerPoint as a backup. So anyway, guys, I'm a firm believer in having checks that keep on coming and that true concept of walk-away residual income. In my opinion, sue me. People in the industry might get mad at me, but in my opinion, if you put all your eggs in one basket, you can never truly have walk-away residual income. And it's the same, guys, in the stock market. You know, if you put all your money in one stock, what happens? It's just common sense. So anyway, I wanted to share a couple of pictures from out at the No Excuses event. This is me on the stage. I had just walked out. I'm kind of freaking out. It's a big theater. There were over 1,000 people there. Let's see if I can get the next one to come up. Here we go. There's me waving hello. Kathy, check the shoes. Are the shoes hot or what?
I love
Jackie,
two
shoes?
Diane.
luscious.
We had a major conversation beforehand about whether to wear flats or the shoes, and I had Lene take pictures of my feet. The heels won, so.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
I'm not
definitely.
kidding. Let's see what else
Those
we
are
got
perfect.
here. Up here comes another one. Guys, I'm going to show you a couple quick pictures of the lifestyle. Is this gorgeous or what?
Oh, my God.
This is, in fact, Ira's on the line, and Ira was with me. This is a pool hanging off of the side. In fact, at the end, if we have time, I'll show you from the outside what this looks like. This is hanging off the side of the Palms. It's a huge high roller suite, and that's the view out of it, and that's where our party was. Let me show you.
Wow.
I'll show you some empty pictures of the suite. This is before everybody came in. Now, I don't know. I don't think I have a little pointer. Can you see my cursor or no, Kath? I think there's a way for me to make it a, I think I can do that.
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
Yes, I
Try
can.
later. Let's see if I do that. Can you see that little marker?
Yep.
See this right here? This is like water running underneath a plexiglass floor. It was really weird. Every time I stepped on it, I was like freaking out. This thing right here is a little tube. You can go lay in it and like look down. You're on like the 30th floor or something. So you can like lay in it. It's hanging out over the building. There's a fireplace over here. The bar's over here. Absolutely incredible. I've been in a lot of nice places, but this was definitely, come on, slides, and go.
Wow.
And go. Why we no go? Okay. Go. Next slide. Okay, I guess I have to get rid of the pen. Okay, who knows how to get rid of the pen? Did that work? No? Oh, Kathy, here we go. Here we go. Somebody write us a note and tell me how to make this thing go forward. I want to erase all the drawings, and I want to go forward. There we go. There's the bar, and that's the entranceway. See that thing hanging out there? There was a rotating bed in this room over here. Don't ask. So anyway, so guys, let me take you on a magic carpet ride. We're going to give you a little training here for about the next 20 minutes. By the way, this is my exciting little pictures that you'll see all my cool branding pictures. We'll talk to you about those later. So Oh, here's one more picture, by the way. This is me backstage before I went out. This is the dressing room at the Pearl Theater, and this theater has hosted the MTV Music Awards. Elvis Costello's there this weekend. Kesha's there like next weekend. So it was like surreal to be back there. And of course, I had to make Lene take video of me and pictures of me because I was making believe I was a glamorous movie starlet. So that was kind of fun. So before we go any further, guys, I gave out some gifts at the No Excuses event. I'm happy to give them to you as well. There's a full-length webinar I'll tell you about in a couple of minutes that's there for you. There's a full-length training audio with John Milton Fogg, who wrote The Greatest Networker in the World, and he has a brand new book coming out. In fact, I'll probably have him on a call with us in a couple weeks to share that with you, as well as a incredible audio with myself and my mentor Joe Schroeder, where we're talking about how to create a phenomenon. And that's what tonight is all about, the hidden order of mega earners, how to become a phenomenon, how to become a rock star. So there's all kinds of stuff there. Feel free, help yourself. It's noexcuses.withdiane.com. Now, guys, when you go there, there's a couple of free membership offers. If you were invited here by Kathy or Jackie or Shelley or somebody specific, get back with them and get those free offers from them. If you were invited here by me, definitely go ahead and take part in those. But if you were invited here by somebody other than me, one of my great colleagues, please get with them. So here we go. Guys, this is me in 99. I already told you the story. You don't need to hear it again. I'm looking highly attractive. I'm sitting in McDonald's finishing off all the chicken McNuggets that my kids were too busy to eat while they were jumping around in the jungle gym. Let me show you today where we are. This is my husband, Larry. Isn't that a nice picture, Kathy?
It's a gorgeous
I like that
picture of
picture.
you guys.
It's pretty. Yeah. So anyway, and these are my two rotten kiddos, Jillian and Sarah. This is Sarah up here, and this is Jillian down below. Jillian is graduating from high school this year. Jillian actually spoke at my last event. So the kids are great. We were fighting tonight. Jillian's out at rehearsal, but Sarah was home, and we were fighting over who's using the internet, when, and how. It was great. So anyway, guys, so you just saw, one, I started my business when I was broke. I didn't even have enough money to sign up. I was over $40,000 in credit card debt. My kids were 3 and 6. I had 2 little kids. I had no money. I had no experience in sales, zero. My background was education. I had no clue what I was doing. And yet a week ago, I stood on the stage with the biggest marketers in the industry. To this day, I barely spend a dime on advertising. You know, a lot of people are big into, they'll tell you they make $4 million, but they spent, $4 million minus 500 to advertise to get the leads. I spend very little on advertising. I certainly am not an internet pro. You guys see me. I can barely run PowerPoint in a webinar room. I don't have any programming skills. I'm a pretty good talker now, but when I started, I was literally afraid of my own shadow. So how in the world did I get here, and how did she land on the stage with these guys? It's because I found a mentor and I learned some new philosophies. Now, this is my mentor and good friend Joe Schroeder. That's us, hanging out in Jersey like we often do. And Joe taught me how to think. You see, and I taught this over the weekend. It's really important, and I talk about it on almost every seminar. Most people are busy looking for what to do. Chances are you came here tonight because you're hoping I'm going to tell you what to do. But I'm the only idiot, instead of going out and selling all kinds of stuff about what to do so you'll buy it from me, I'm the only idiot in the marketplace that insists on teaching people how to think. Because when you know how to think like a pro, and when you understand the consciousness of your prospect, you will make money forever. If you learn how to do iframes for your Facebook page or learn about the new plugin for your WordPress blog, that will be obsolete in about 2 weeks. Guys, here's what I know, and this is 12 years of experience. Technology will always change. It will always change. And if you think about it, most of you have a cell phone that wasn't possible a year ago. Most of you have a computer that wasn't possible a year ago. You have a flat screen TV. Kathy, do you remember when flat screen TVs first started to show up? And they were really, really expensive, and everybody thought it would be so cool to have one of those.
Yeah, and I remember making a deal with Chuck as to when and how we would get one into this house.
I still don't have one, believe it or not. I'm such a...
We don't either.
I don't watch TV. But it's funny. And then they started to show up like plasma screens. If ever were here, I'd have them tell you the history of plasma screens and LCDs. But because that's what he used to do, guys, is he was like an innovator in that field. But they started to show up like in hotels and in the lobbies of big places and, like, in Times Square and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then they started slowly but surely to come down in price and become accessible to the average person. Well, technology, it's the same thing. I remember when WordPress came out, it was really technical and you had to do all this stuff and it was really complicated. Now you push 2 buttons and WordPress, is installed. Now the irony, and by the way, if you don't know what WordPress is, don't worry. It's irrelevant. Just listen to the story. When a lot of people catered their career about being WordPress experts, and I remember there were only so many people that could install them, and it was a big deal. Now, I stayed with Blogger for a long time because of that, because I knew it wasn't mainstream. But everybody who made their living installing WordPress blogs, what happened to them when now you can push a button? I mean, the digital dingbat can install a WordPress blog. Mm-hmm. So if I can do it, anybody can, and that means that everybody who was like the big WordPress installer no longer has a business in that arena. So human nature, psychology, people never change. So guys, I learned how to think, and I learned some serious marketing. I mean, I am a passionate, crazy student for marketing. If I had the webcam on now, I'd show you, up here is part of my library, downstairs the rest of the library, and obviously I have a huge digital library. I'm a marketing freak. I'd almost call myself a marketing savant, Kathy.
I think so. I think so.
And I love it. And I started to learn that there was a code, there was a hidden order. And guys, I did it my way. So I want to tell you something about the mentor that taught me, because it's very relevant to how I learned how to think and how I'd like to teach you how to think. Joe Schroeder is, an incredible marketer, but before that, he was a world-class magician. And Joe knew that to every magic trick, I don't know if you guys have ever watched David Copperfield on TV or you've ever been to a magic show, they're doing something that appears impossible. But really, many of the magic tricks are not that complicated. And then obviously the fancier the magician, the more complicated his tricks are. But what you think you're seeing is not what's really happening. You should write that down. What you think you're seeing is not what's really happening. There's a hidden order behind the illusion. And I specialized over the last 12 years in studying the hidden order behind all the guys and girls. And unfortunately, there were more guys. The guys dominated the industry, still do in a large way. But I studied all the guys and girls that seemed effortless, seemed like they were having the time of their lives, and yet they were making gobs of money. My very first mentor at my original opportunity, it seemed like all he ever did was go out on his boat or play golf, and he made $800,000 a year. He never struggled. There was never, he was never the guy showing up early to the meeting and setting up the chairs. He was never the one doing all the conference calls. He never run around, and he never did, I met one guy, he's with a particular company. He does 24 webinars a week to present his opportunity, because I guess nobody else can do it or whatever. 24 a week, 6 days a week, 4 times a day. That's insane. I wanted to be free, and I wanted to be rich. So I studied this. And guys, I did it my way. I did it my way. So what I'm about to show you can make money fall from the heavens. Kathy, how do you like my animation? Can you see it? Kathy?
I'm sorry, I had to be muted because there was noise in my house.
Oh, okay. Well, Jackie, anybody, can you guys see the money falling?
I can see it.
Yep, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Are you impressed?
Very.
It's beautiful.
by the way.
I'm impressed that you actually got it to fall.
Oh, no, I didn't animate it. That's special thanks to Joel Bauer, another one of my mentors, so I'll tell you about it every day. So that's pretty fancy. Whenever I have something fancy, you got to be like really impressed, okay? Because let's face it, it's pretty impressive. So what I'm about to show you can make money fall from the heavens. I'm serious, guys. A lot of people, they look at what I'm about to show you and they go, yeah, I'm telling you, it's the code. It can make money fall from the heavens, or it can burn you in the butt. Now, I don't know if you can see, but the fire's animated too. See it burning, crackling like the U-log on Channel 9 on Christmas Eve?
Cool.
Remember that on Christmas Eve?
Mm-hmm.
So, because if this is put into the wrong hands, which is why I won't teach you all of it tonight, and I only teach it behind closed doors, if put into the wrong hands, it can cause a lot of trouble. And with the advent of Web 2.0 and social media and video marketing, a couple years ago when all that was new, there were a whole bunch of people that learned part of the code but not all of it, and certainly not the humility that goes with possessing the code. And they caused a lot of damage, and they hurt a lot of people, and they made a lot of people lose a lot of money. So if you possess this code, if you come to acquire it, if you come to study with me, it's really important that you understand it's a double-edged sword. It can make you rich, and it can knock you out of the industry real quick. So let's go through a couple things, guys, because by all rights, I shouldn't be up here. When you think about it, I'm a housewife. I don't have one of those mega lists. Mike Klingler said at the event he has an 80,000 person list. Dillard and Magnetic has over 500,000 person list from what I understand. I could be off on the figures. I don't got a list like that. I don't have a big staff. I have one outsourcer that does some work for me. I cook dinner for my kids every night. By the way, Kathy, tonight we had paninis. Paninis.
Ooh.
I'm trying to think of the word for them.
You made them at home?
Grilled sandwich. Yeah, I have a panini grill. Oh, yeah.
How cool.
So we had paninis because I needed something quick yet delicious. I hang out at school events. And, guys, I'm a female. I'm a housewife. You know, I do not own a big corporation like a lot of these guys. I do not have all of that. I'm just a chick usually in a ponytail and fuzzy slippers. Today I did put on makeup, which is impressive.
That's
So,
impressive.
guys, all that going on, and yet I'm here. This is me speaking a couple weeks ago at the Real Savvy Success event in Florida, which was a women's event, which was incredible. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the hidden order and how you unlock the vault. Guys, here's the skill. And the skill is not in video marketing, and the skill is not in WordPress blogging. I'm going to get hate letters after this, Kathy. I know I will.
Yeah,
but I'm a blogger. Okay, good for you. And the skill is not in syndicating with tribes, which I do, but, you know, I have strong feelings about it. And the skill is not in any of those things. What it is it's taking your prospects from lurkers. Think about it. How many of you have watched me? To fans. How many of you, and by the way, this may not be true of me, maybe you're meeting me the first time tonight, but think about it. If you follow someone, you lurked around and you kind of checked them out, and then you became a fan of theirs.
Mm-hmm.
And then potentially you became a zealot. Is there somebody whose newsletter you open every single time they write? Is there somebody who you've traveled across the country and spent a lot of money in going to study with or to see?
Mm-hmm.
And then you turn them into repeat buyers. Is there somebody who you bought from over and over and over again? And guys, by the way, some of you guys are thinking, well, yeah. What if you can become the one that has lurkers and then fans and then zealots and repeat buyers and team members and then partners? You see, I have certain people that are my team members, and then I have certain people that are very close, tight-in colleagues. They're my partners. So the big skill of the big earners is taking them through these stages. And you need, I think the next slide says this, in order to have a stable business, impressive again, Kathy, huh? Ooh. In order to have a stable business, you need all these types. There's a lot of people that think I only want the big guy. I only want the guy that can give me a couple, here we go. La 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 la. La 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 la. La, la, la. Can you guys hear me? La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Oh. Yes, I'm offline. Don't touch it. I just did it. I'm in the middle of a very big webinar, and I asked you guys, and now I have a problem. Kathy? Kathy, I'm back. I'm back.
Hello, Diane. It's nice to have you back.
I went offline. See? I'm like asking if you liked my animation, and then I went offline. So.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. Jackie and I were just chatting, and it's all good.
Well, then good. So let's get back to where we were. Guys, in order to have a stable business, and this is really important, especially if you sell big ticket items, okay, there's a lot of people that sell big ticket. You need to have all these different types of people around. You want to have a big list of lurkers and people hanging around and people who are your fans, even if they're not your customers yet, because they'll become your customers. You always want to have your hopper full, and you want to have people coming through the pike. And a $10 sale, in my opinion, is just as good as a $5,000 sale because it's building a relationship and building a trust base. Very few people teach this. There's a reason why magnetic sponsoring is $39.95 or whatever it is these days. There's a reason why a lot of ebooks and products are $27. These guys are gurus. They could sell something for $5,000 and people would come. But they choose to have an entry-level product so they can develop their customers. Now, I'm a student of several industries because, again, I'm a big marketer. And one of the industries I study is the casino industry. Oh, look, our little, whatchamacallit's going here, OnlyWire. So the casino industry, and they actually have a department, and it's called player development. Kath, you're here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just got where it is. Here you go.
That's very cool.
Player development. And what player development does is it finds a guy. Oh, now here we're going to go with this OnlyWire. I don't know how to shut this sucker off. Player development, what it does is it takes a smaller gambler and they kind of romance them to get them to spend more money. And they develop them from a small player to a medium player, some of them to a large player.
Wow.
The OnlyWire is making me crazy. So my philosophy is the same. Everybody is just important. If we've never had a transaction and you make a small transaction with me, I think you're just as important as somebody who makes a large transaction with me. Now, this OnlyWire is going to drive me crazy. Let's see if I can figure out how to shut it down. Close? Okay. Now, what's really important, everybody's seeing me freak out now. Digital Dingbat is in the house. Woohoo! You too can make thousands of dollars screwing up your webinar, falling offline, and having things pop up in the middle. Yes, you can. What's really important to understand, though, I'm sorry about it. I thought I made it go away. Now, somebody, guys, going to a webinar with me. If you're a computer person, going to a webinar with me is like fingernails on a chalkboard. And those of you that are in Vegas and haven't experienced it, you're experiencing it now. I don't know how to shut this stuff off. And somebody's like going, somebody will write to me and tell me, yeah, okay, whatever. We'll figure it out. We'll be happy. But this is what I want you to understand. You have to grasp, I think the person that makes a small purchase is just as important, but I also have to make a living, as do you, so you can't give all your time to a guy that hasn't made a purchase or has made a very small purchase. That's what group time is for, and that's a whole other story, and that's in high-level training that we get into. But it's really important to understand that you have to have all these types of people because they provide you with multiple levels of income and the security you need to stay alive long enough to create a massive income so you can be free. Write this down, especially if you're new, if you're a beginner. The name of the game is stay alive. The name of the game is stay alive. You have to generate enough income to stay alive long enough until you learn how to think so that the massive income comes. Now, I'm going to make a bold claim. I'm not supposed to make income claims. I'm not gonna. But I will tell you that I'm one of the few marketers out there that I can tell you consciously and sit here and look you in the eye. Well, I can't see you, but if I could see you, I have never had a month where I didn't turn a profit in my business. Never had a month. Now, you always hear these stories about I was homeless, and then now I make $40,000 a month. great, and it's an incredible story, but wouldn't you rather study with somebody who could tell you that they've never, ever had a month where they didn't turn a profit? I didn't lose my shirt. I didn't lose my business. Now, I'm not going to mislead you. There were months where the profit was as little as $5, $10, $15, $50. But I would not let a month end without turning a profit because, check it out, I'm in business. A lot of people don't know they're in business. I'm in business, and I needed to turn a profit. However small it was, I needed to turn a profit. Now, as I learned to think and as I learned what I was doing, the profits became larger and larger and larger and larger and larger. And now I have weeks where I can send out 2 emails and make $12,000, $15,000. Pretty cool. But it wasn't that way all along. Don't be misled by that junk. So anyway, I gave you a free gift before, and inside of the free gift, there's a webinar called the Full Dimensional Plan. And it's really important because it explains the 4 kinds of income that you can earn. Most of you only know of 1 or maybe 2. There's 4. Now, there's more than 4, but there's 4 types of income that are generally earned in this industry. And I'm a firm believer that you want all 4 types so that you have massive stability. I'm all about massive stability. So let's get going because it's getting late. Let's see. Okay, it's 20 after. We're good. We're going to look now at the common denominators. I'm going to go through the top common denominators of all mega earners. What's a common denominator? Jackie, are you there?
Mm-hmm.
Who else is over here with me? Who's here? Melody? Anybody else? Anyone else here or no?
I'm here.
Who? Melody?
I'm here.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Just figuring out who's here because I'm picking on Kathy all night. Jackie, do you remember like in 3rd grade and you learned about fractions?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you remember what the denominator is?
If I remember rightly, it's the bottom number. It's the one you
are,
divide things with.
You are correct. Not only is she gorgeous, but she knows her math. The denominator in fractions in 3rd and 4th grade math was the bottom number of the fraction. And what they would do is they would give you like 1/2 plus 1/4 equals, and you'd have to convert the numbers all into the same denominator so that you could add them up. You had to figure out what they had in common. So if somebody said 1/2 and 1/9, you had to figure out how to make everything into ninths or whatever, or into some figure so that you could add it up. Well, all big earners have certain things in common. And here's what I want you to get. They're all really, really, really different. Pick any big earner that you love at your company or that you follow in attraction marketing. Pick one that you love and think about them for a minute. Now pick one that you hate. I promise you there's one that you can't stand. It's probably me. Somebody's writing in the little text box now, you're right, I hate you. So, but we all have common denominator. I challenge you, hold this up to each and every one of them and you will be stunned. And, oh, wait, I want to back up. Can I go back? I know I can. Last viewed. Does that work? Yay! Oh, I did it. Okay, anyway, I challenge you. Guys, I challenge you to hold this up to all of them and you'll be stunned. But I need to tell you, and it's really important that you understand this. They're all the same. They're just different because the thought process is the same. Their talents are different. I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard Mike Dillard speak. Mike Dillard is a wonderful guy. I saw him last weekend. He has a baby now. Mike Dillard is a masterful marketer. But I would say that if you were to ask, is Mike Dillard known for his speaking or is Mike Dillard known for his writing? He's known for his writing. So he does not earn his income from doing eloquent speeches and compelling closing speeches. Take another person and they write terribly. I wouldn't say that because everybody can write to some extent, but they're really eloquent when they speak. So we're going to go through, and I want you to understand there is no right way. There is no wrong way. See, somebody brainwashed you a long time ago that you have to duplicate and do all this other stuff. You know what duplicates leadership? You know what duplicates gumption? You know what duplicates being a doer and going to work? But But what doesn't duplicate is trying to force people into a mechanism that doesn't work for them. Guys, the mechanism where I started was wear a button that says lose weight now, ask me how, and walk around to people and see if they talk to you. I used to weigh 270 pounds. It didn't work that well for me. In fact, it was embarrassing. So how well do you think I would do with that method that I was told I had to duplicate and there was something wrong with me if I didn't do it that way? Now, here's what's cool. There was a way, and it was my way, and that's it. There's only one way. It's your way. I lost 70 pounds in 6 months back then, and I knew that women who were obese, if they heard 70 pounds in 6 months, they'd go gaga. And if I marketed and brought them towards me, then they would buy like crazy. If I went out on the streets wearing a button, guys, I was still 200 pounds. Nobody was signing up for weight loss with a 200-pound woman, but everybody was signing up for weight loss with a woman who lost 70 pounds in 6 months. Think about it. It's powerful. I figured out my way, and my way worked, and it worked like gangbusters, and I'm here today because of it. So let's take a look at the common denominators among all major earners. First thing, they are incredible storytellers. They can craft a narrative and a story at the drop of a bucket. I could take any one of you right now, have you tell me your story. It will sound horrible, and I can repackage it, and within a minute, you would want to buy whatever you're selling, and so would everybody else on the phone. I can package a story and tell a story that makes people cry. I can tell a story that makes people laugh, and I can tell a story that makes people want to buy. And that is a common characteristic between all mega earners. If you are not spending a lot of your time, everybody's spending their time on Facebook marketing or whatever they're doing, video marketing. If you're not spending a lot of your time learning how to be a master storyteller, you're making a mistake. And think about it. Run your mind right now. See if I'm lying. Run your mind through all the mega earners you know. Do they have this characteristic? Whether it's written, whether it's on video, whether it's on audio, whether it's from the stage. I guarantee you they have it. And this is something, write that down, you should be working on like crazy. Average person, last weekend, I talked to 1 million people. They all rushed me when I got off the stage. I go, hey, what are you doing? What are you working on? That's me making weird noises. They couldn't answer me. They couldn't answer me at all. They couldn't tell me what they do, what they sell, or who they are. They couldn't tell me a simple story. And they're hoping to make a lot of money. Ain't going to happen. And by the way, guys, I tell the truth. Tell the truth. I don't care if it's a hot new system. I don't care what you're getting a return on. I don't care what the mega thing is. I don't care if it's the spiraling matrix doubling doohickey with a half twist coffee latte, whatever they sell at Starbucks, Jackie. Pay plan that makes you rich in a day. You can't tell a story, you're going to be broke.
Yep.
Number two, they are list builders. Now, old school, they do it in a Rolodex. They do it in a, in an address book, their little black book. Old school, they collect business cards and keep boxes of them. New school, it's an opt-in form on a website where they're collecting your name and your email and potentially your phone number. I don't care how they market, what time period they market it in, what kind of marketer they are. I promise you, the guru that you adore and want to be like and want to earn the same money as is a list builder. If you do not have a contact list of hundreds, if not thousands of people, if you've been in this industry for more than a year and you don't have a list of 1,000 contacts, one of the biggest cores of what we teach here is the 4 C's. Collect, capture, communicate, close. Collect, capture, communicate, close. You have to build a list. I don't know how to. Yeah, you do, because you know how to write something down on a piece of paper. List builders. Think about your guru. Do they have that list? Yes. Okay, here's one that people never think about. Anybody that's making any money is a mass presenter. They do not present to one person at a time. They present to massive numbers at a time. What does she mean? What does she mean? Most people, they get a lead, They make a phone call. They go, hi, I understand you're interested in a home business. We have an exciting program that you might qualify for. Do you have a few minutes to talk about that right now? Like that script, don't you? Okay, that's what they're talking
Love
about.
it.
And then you buy the script book that teaches you how to say it, and then you get this book. And by the way, I'm not knocking them. I own every single one of these books, guys. And I have studied with every one of the people that teaches this. So God bless them all. But when push comes to shove, big earners present to large numbers of people, whether it's at the Saturday, Super Saturday meeting, and there's an opportunity meeting, and they're presenting to 200, 300, 400, or whether it's on a webinar, whether it's on a conference call. You have to figure out a way, and by the way, this can only be taught to you by a mass presenter themselves. You have to figure out a way to present on a mass scale. Now, a couple of you guys are going, wait a minute, that's not true. Like Tom Challen doesn't do that, and Todd Falcone doesn't do that. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Now,
Yes,
Tom or Todd or whoever, they might make calls and dials and talk to people, but then what happens is they get enough people. First of all, they massively do it. Most people would never do the work that those men do. They're expert pros. But second of all, once they get enough people rambled up, then they get all their contacts and put them into a group environment. They mass present. And it's a major common denominator among big earners, whether it's via email, whether it's in person, doesn't matter. So, next one, we're almost done. Mass psychology. Guys, you can spend your days learning how to edit on the new Windows Movie Maker, version, or you can go buy a Mac. I bought a Mac. Kathy, I bought a $1,200 MacBook Pro. So I can make fancy make fancy videos. Ask me when the last time I cracked that puppy open is.
Well, when was it?
September. By the way, if anybody wants to buy a barely used MacBook Pro, let me know. Nothing wrong with Macs. People love them. It's too much learning curve for me for the video stuff. But if you spend your days making fancy videos and you spend your days doing this, but you don't understand the psychology of your prospect, you need to know what he's thinking, when he's crying, when he's happy, what he thinks about at night. What does he think about on the drive home from work? What are his hopes, his dreams, his desires? You can spend all day long learning technical junk. But I'll tell you, give me a stupid little video camera and sit me down in my living room and I'll make a video that'll bring me business. Other people make videos all day long and they don't get anything and they can't understand why. That's the secret behind viral pieces. That's the secret behind Facebook, by the way. Facebook, Zuckerberg, or however you say his name, Zuckerberg, the guy. He understood human psychology so adeptly and was able to program it. That's why
Got
Facebook
an entire audience sitting there listening to him do it.
Yeah, well, and that's why when I saw Facebook, I moved instantly to Facebook from MySpace. MySpace was all the rage, and everybody was making purple, sparkly. Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember that, if you've been around long enough. Everybody was making, and their pages were purple and sparkly, and they had rainbows, and everybody was, like, busy designing their MySpace page. And I went over to Facebook, and everybody was like, why are you doing that? It's only blue and white. It's ugly. And I was like, oh, man, I'll see you later. Because Facebook is about psychology. It's viral. And every master marketer, every master earner understands influence and understands mass psychology. And if you are not reading books and studying with a master of mass psychology, you're kooky. And then last one. This is the last one, guys. We're almost at the end. Guys, every single major earner can communicate masterfully either via copy or spoken word, and many of them both. Now, I would say that my strength is not copy, although I can write a mean headline. And anybody who studies with me knows I can write a mean headline, and I can get people to open my emails, and I can write a mean, this, that, or the next thing. But my skill lies more in the spoken word. Other people write remarkably and compellingly, and, maybe their spoken word isn't as strong. But if you are not spending time working on copywriting skills and or speaking skills, practicing, drilling, guys, I used to do presentations 4 days a week and conference calls, not even presentations, but conference calls, like training calls, 4 days a week of my own volition because I wanted to be a pro. And I knew that the money lied in my ability to use words. And I have spent such a huge percentage of my time on words. And if you're not, it's a shame, because that's where it is. So those are the common denominators of all big earners. And I want you to ask yourself, am I spending time on learning these skills, or am I spending time on little stuff that won't be here in a year? So now I'm going to close out that section. Guys, if you haven't been there already, I'm showing off my little color form pictures, Gav.
I love them.
Feel free to visit. Feel free to visit my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Diane HOCHMAN Training. We put all kinds of stuff out over there. Again, the free gift is at noexcuses.withdiane. I see a few of you have already taken advantage of that. And now what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to tell you about my upcoming event. So if you guys are not interested in the event and hearing about it, we're done. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it, because I always like to be up front when I'm about to present something to you. I like to let you know I'm about to, and I am about to. But there's two reasons why you might want to stay, even if you have no intentions of coming to the event. One, because you want to see how I present it, okay? You may just want to study how I present it. And two, because you may want to know what's going on, because, you know, later on you might want to attend an event with me. So, you know what? I'm going to skip this slide on purpose. Okay. Guys, I have two events coming up in July. Okay, there's one event that I do, and I'm going to give you a page to go look at, so don't worry, you don't need to jot all this down, but I want you to understand the concept behind the events. The first one is called Instant Marketing Professional. You just saw a logo for it. An Instant Marketing Professional is a Saturday and Sunday, and we take you soup to nuts from being an amateur to somebody who understands completely how to be a marketing professional. Everything from telling your stories, understanding your prospect, creating your web pages, and your marketing funnel. Soup to nuts, 2 days. It's grueling. We go from, I'm not a morning person, so I start at 10 o'clock in the morning, but we don't end till fairly late. And most of the time there's karaoke madness on Saturday nights. So. I think everybody just comes for the karaoke now. They don't care about the learning. But, you know, that's a 2-day event, and I do those periodically, and it's coming up. But and that's a $500 event, and worth every penny of it. Why is it $500? Because Diane doesn't pitch you, and she doesn't get you out there to sell you more stuff and jack you around and all this other stuff. And quite frankly, it's 12 years worth of my knowledge in a weekend, and I'm not afraid to say it's worth every penny. But that's not what I want to talk to you about tonight. We'll make that available in a couple of weeks. But what I'm going to talk to you about is what's called the Instant Marketing Celebrity, which is a higher level training course. It's actually 4 days, and what it does is it kind of hugs or encircles. Kathy, can you hear me? Because it's telling me I have degraded audio quality.
I can hear you fine.
Okay. It encircles the 2-day event. So Friday, the celebrity group, the advanced group, comes in. I work with them all day Friday. I show them psychology. I teach them. I'll show you what I teach in a minute. She's such a good presenter. I'll show you what I teach in a minute. I'll tell you later. But what I want you to understand is the advanced group comes in Friday. Then the regular group comes in Saturday and Sunday. I've never done it this way before. Before we've tried to cram it all together. But the regular group, the Instant Marketing Professional group, comes in Saturday and Sunday. And while they are learning during the weekend, and obviously if you're new to this, you'd be learning during the weekend too, I am purposefully and strategically positioning you, photographing you, videoing you, and doing all kinds of things that will position you as a celebrity. You will walk away, and I'll show you what you walk away with things that will make you look different than everybody else in the marketplace. And most importantly, you will walk away with the thought process of a celebrity. And then after we finish Saturday and Sunday, you stay on Monday, and we complete all your video. I'll show you what you're going to get now. So it's really very, very comprehensive. 4 days, what are you, crazy? Hey, you can go on vacation or you can come and get rich, you know. Whatever you want to do. You want to go to Disney World, go to Disney World. It's cool. But if you want to learn this and learn it in a short, condensed period of time, that's what we're doing. So you go from an amateur and a pro. You learn how to beat the system and tap into human psychology. Guys, this stems back to, I told you before, I should, by all rights, who was I to be on that stage with all those guys? You know, 2 weeks earlier, I was speaking in Orlando, and I was speaking next to, like, #1 in Arbonne. I was speaking next to, like, the woman who was the #1 Tupperware rep for years. Now, you guys can crack jokes about a Tupperware rep, but this woman makes money, okay? I was next to some of the biggest people in the industry that are legacies and legends. How did little old Diane get in there? It's because of what I'm teaching during the Instant Marketing Celebrity event. Let's see. I'm hitting the button. Let's see if it comes in. Okay. Basically, you're going to learn how to build a mousetrap that people just can't resist. Guys, if you do what I show you, and I'll show you everything, and I'll make sure before you leave me you understand it. Whether or not you do it is up to you once you leave me. I can't make you do it. But nothing, and you'll hear from a few people that have been to these before, nothing that I'm going to show you is complicated. It's just a twist in your thinking. So you're going to create iconic branding pictures like these. Kathy, this is funny. This is like, ooh, ooh, look at me on the computer. Isn't that cute?
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, nobody saw that one before. I haven't used it. By the way, the one up on the top left, the one up on the top left, that's me holding my issue of the Better Networker magazine where I was on the cover. Again, a magical feat. How did she do that? So many people called me up. They were like, how did you get on the cover? It's because of what I'm teaching this weekend. So all these pictures, you're going to learn how to create these pictures and do all this kind of stuff. Wes Hazlitt, my beloved Wes Hazlitt, has made a huge name for himself using the iconic branding pictures that we taught him to make. They were all, everybody like goes nuts for Wes because he's done them so creatively. You're going to, I don't know if you guys can hear you can't hear the volume on purpose. It's coming into my ears, so I turn it down. And I'll send you the links to these videos, but you're going to cut a video bumper that will give you instant credibility with your prospects. What's a video bumper? This is something that you can put at the beginning of your video. All the pros have them. You put this at the beginning of your video. Now, a lot of people go out and they'll tell you it's $2,000 to get a video bumper made. Guess how much this one costs, Jackie Gates?
You going to tell me how much it costs?
Yes, it was $0. It costs $0. I'll teach you how to do that. And by the way, some of you guys are going, well, I know what that program is. Great. Do you know how to position it properly? No, you don't. So you'll cut a video bumper that will give you, by the way, we never did that before. And now I'm going to show off my beautiful Jackie, the goddess. You will, then you're going to add in a demo video that makes you look like a pure professional. Guys, when you position yourself properly, this is a video of Jackie. Notice how we're sitting in front of a black screen and we're videotaping in a certain way. And she looks just stunning. The whole thing looks totally pro. It looks like we're on Larry King. But then Jackie's added in testimonials and people talking about her. And what's happening is a person watches this video and they instantly feel kindred to her and she has credibility. We teach you how to do this. Again, it's not sitting in front of a black sheet. There's a science to this. Kathy, is there or is there not a science to this? Kathy?
Science.
Oh, if I turn off,
I'm right here.
Kathy, if I turn off the volume, then I can't hear you. I'm trying to turn Jackie off and I turned you off. There is a science to this. And then you'll learn all the secret tricks that allow you to jump to the front of the pecking order. Guys, this is what I call it, the pecking order. I do a demonstration, and I get you to understand. If you walk into any room, anywhere, any party, anytime, any PTO meeting, wherever, Chamber of Commerce meeting, if you stand at the door and you look around, you instantly, without prompting, can tell who the most important people in the room are. What if you knew what that code was and you knew how to create it so that everybody thought you were the most important or most knowledgeable person in your field? What would happen is you would go to the head of the class and it would set you up for an avalanche of business. Again, are we going to sit around and learn techniques on how to put, whatever, not flash, but whatever, some kind of whatever on our website? Absolutely not. You're going to learn how to position yourself so that nobody ever thinks that you don't know what you're doing again. And P.S. and by the way, you're going to learn to start thinking yourself that you know what you're doing, because that's half your problem. So I have a couple of people on the line that have attended before. We're after 10 o'clock, guys, so we're going to go really quick, and then I'll give people the information. And before we hear from a couple of folks that have attended, guys, I only take 10 people for this, and 3 spots are gone because I had people that signed up in other venues. So I have 7 spots. I will not release this replay unless this thing doesn't sell out very quickly, which it might. And I'll tell you about that in a minute. But I have 7 spots for this. Now, will there be spots for the main event Saturday and Sunday? Yeah, I have 20 spots for that. Why do you take so few people, Diane? Because if I'm going to charge you, I'm going to work with you. I'm going to be hands-on working with you personally. That's why there's only 10, plus alumni who are pre-trained, who are there to help you, as well as my protege students. So there won't only be 10 people there, but there are only 10 new students, period. And I stand by that. I will not budge on it. So I know, Kathy, who's on the line that wanted to share? Kathy?
I'm here.
Okay,
I'm
Jackie,
sorry,
you're
I had
there.
to hit
Okay.
the mute button
Jackie,
again.
you want to go ahead and just share real quick your experience with folks?
Sure. Well, to use your words, I found a mentor, and I
Wait. Hang on a second, Jackie. Make sure you tell everybody who you are, because there's a couple people who don't know you.
Okay.
I know you are world famous now because you are a marketing celebrity, but there are a couple that don't know you, baby.
Okay. I am Jacqueline Gates. I'm also known as the Goddess, and I've just recently been nominated to the top 101 women of movers and shakers of Facebook, which is huge. And that has only happened as fast as it did because of the seminars that I've gone to with Diane. Mostly learning how to think, because I also don't have an MLM. I don't do things the way other people do. I'm vastly eccentric, and I wear feathers, and I wear tiaras, and all that kind of thing. What she taught me is that being always supersedes doing, and that always comes before having. And I had to learn to be. I had to learn to present my story, present myself, and know exactly who I wanted to speak to. And I did that with hands-on while we were at the event. Yes, I'd been to webinars, but there's something about being in that room and being able to discuss it, because Diane's right there, so you can talk to her, being able to discuss it with you, and then also talk amongst ourselves, because there's so many people in the room that are in alignment. You can really internalize what you learn so much more than you can just sitting on a webinar. And really, my pace has quadrupled from one live event to another, and I can watch it because I have it all in my notebooks and in my documents and my stats. I can see it happening. Always the search after an event. There's nothing like being live.
Thank you, Jackie. And I know that Melody Cantor, who's a big veteran in the industry, she's been around the block. Mel, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Mel, share.
Okay. I have been in network marketing for 16 years and 14 with one company. Oh, hold on, my battery. I gotta switch my phone.
Uh-oh, catastrophe. You always know a good marketer when their phone is going dead. If their phone's not going dead, they're not a good marketer. So.
Hold on a second. Okay.
That's funny.
It figures. It started beeping. Okay, with 14 years with one company. I have a large list of subscribers to my main newsletter. It's over 10,000 now. And in my Young Living, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to tell.
It's okay. They know you're a rock star there. If they Google you, they're going to find out. Everybody join with Melody quick. That was a ploy, see?
No,
really, guys, by the way, we're not here about my seminar. We're recruiting you for Melody. So. She was like, okay. Yeah.
Anyway, I have over 2,000 in my group, and over the years I took training. And Diane's always talking about the training that she's spent, the money spent. I've spent thousands. We've been down a similar path, spending thousands of dollars on training and books and going to events, and just I've done all that stuff too. And going to the instant marketing professional, I always have to stop and think of what the name of it. But
going to Diane's thingy. That's what I like to call it, Diane's thingy. The only reason I have a name is because I was advised I needed a name. It's really like my thingy. So
yeah,
somebody said I needed a name.
It's been an awesome, that was the best thing, because I even spent thousands of dollars on copywriting, and I didn't understand the copywriting. And I kind of got it when it was like a big piece of the puzzle that really helped me, the story, to tell your story, but also to learn about, think about your target market, know those people, and then how to get in front of them. And then the marketing psychology, it was just wonderful, and I'm really looking forward to going again this July to this one. And if you're thinking about it and you're not sure, you don't want to, you just want to do it. It's a really great, really great training.
Thanks, Mel. Hey, by the way, somebody went to Instant Marketing Celebrity with Diane, because you saw it already, with Diane, and you spelled celebrity wrong, so you ended up on the wrong page. So whoever that was, I'm going to show you the real page in a minute, but you're probably wondering this makes no sense. It's because you went to the wrong page. So last but not least, I want you to hear from my dear Kathy Heath, who, when we started working together, Kathy's claim to fame was she knew how to upload pictures of her grandchildren and shop on the Internet a little bit. Now she's like the queen website builder extraordinaire and all this other stuff. So, Kathy, real brief, because I want to show them what it is and get off the line because we're keeping people late.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know me, my name is Kathy Heath, and I've been with Diane for a while. And I think the most amazing thing that I've found is that from very, very first, we were talking about this the other day, the first training that I went through with Diane was Circle of Influence and the Moron Letter, and that was, like ages
we'll have to give that out as a gift soon. That's a good training.
We will. It's an excellent training, by the way. But, I've been through the summer school series with her and Authenticity Academy and just, all kinds of things. And every time I attend a training or an event, especially a live event with Diane, I learn more. And it's not that I don't know what I'm doing. It's that I see things from a different perspective. I see things, I've been taught how to look at things differently. And what happens is I go to the same event that you guys go to, and while you're learning from Diane the direct concepts that she's giving you, I'm watching the way she's working with you and how she's communicating with you and how she's executing all of this human psychology that she's talking about. And what ends up happening is that I am able to then better communicate with the people that I work with. I am better able to execute the solid principles. Like Diane said, technology is always going to change. If you don't understand human psychology and human nature, you're going to be high and dry, And I've learned by watching her at a deeper level just what it means to work with people within the parameters of human psychology, and things for me have absolutely exploded. I used to think, wow, I would never. This is truth. I used to check my email like 6 or 7 times a day just in case I had a new one. because I may have gotten an opt-in, or somebody may have written.
An opt-in! I got one!
Exactly. And now it's like, oh my gosh, I just can't keep control of my inbox, and I leave the room for a few minutes, and I come back, and it's like there's 38 new emails, and I can't. But I'm loving it. Don't misunderstand. I'm loving it because things are happening because I've learned how, I think Jackie and I were talking about it when Diane's line went dead. I've learned how to give people what they want as opposed to what I want.
Yep.
What you want to give them versus what they actually want.
Exactly. We were talking about the breakfast cookie in Florida while you were gone, Diane, and that's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. You know, give people what they want, what they need. And, you know, sometimes, and Jackie can attest to this, sometimes what they actually need, they don't know that they need.
Yeah. Can't give them what they need because they don't buy what they need. They don't buy. I mean, everybody needs this, but if I don't make it sound sexy and make people feel like they're going to get what they want, it doesn't really matter.
That's right.
Guys, you know what? We're at the time limit here, so I want to give you a couple last quick things. And then wrap it up. And, you know, I'll be online for another 20 minutes if somebody wants to shoot me an email. I know somebody has a pressing question like, you know, can I bring my dog? Do they have vegetarian cuisine at the hotel? You know, junk like that. I know you have these pressing questions. But let me get to the point here. The site, right? The site is Instant Marketing Celebrity, which is CELEBRITY.withdiane.com. You will get it in a follow-up email as well. And I will put it up on the screen again in a minute. But Kathy, you know, I learned Instant Marketing Celebrity sounds really sexy, but people can't spell celebrity, so that's not great. That's not good.
That's right.
Anyway, as a marketing rule, you never use a word that people can't spell because it's a mistake in a domain name. Anyway. Guys, it's July 22nd to 25th, 2011 in exciting and scintillating Hartford, Connecticut, right by the airport. It is at not an expensive hotel, but pretty much a pretty basic hotel. Why? I want it to be reasonable for you. Do you want to dump a bunch of money on a Hilton with $12 for a glass of wine and $4 million and $162 plus tax and whatever every night, plus a resort fee so that you can have like a newspaper in the morning? Or do you want to spend your money on learning and marketing? So, no, we don't have all the fancy-dancy stuff. I think that most of my students appreciate that. Guys, I'm a coupon queen. I'm a housewife. I always share budget ways to make it happen because I'd like the money to go in your pocket instead of in the Hilton. So, anyway, the video will come up and you can see, but this is what you're going to learn. In fact, I'm going to turn the video off. You're going to learn the secrets of the pecking order and how to jump to the front of the line, how to take promotional pictures that give you instant authority, how to cut a demo video that will make all your prospects trust you in under 2 minutes. I am not kidding. Learn to create marketing funnels that pay you over and over and over again. Branding, positioning, and everything you need to go pro and much, much more. It's 4 days, jam-packed, no fooling around. I swatch in the tushy. I am tough, and I'm not kidding when I say we're going to work. There is no, like, rubbing. You know how you go to seminars? Everybody take a break, rub each other's shoulders. Now shake hands with 3 people and tell them how you feel. There's none of that. This is an intimate group. You will be working with me, okay? You will be working with me, and if you're full of baloney, I will get you. If that scares you, don't come because you're not going to like it. You will walk out an instant marketing professional and be well on your way to being a marketing celebrity. Again, it's your choice. Let me tell you one more story. Shelly Allen, who couldn't be here tonight because her son had a baseball game, those rotten kids. Can you believe Shelly Allen couldn't be here because her kid had a game? I expect her to be here. Anyway, Shelly Allen used one of the techniques we taught at one of these things, that, you know, with the different trainings that we do. Shelly Allen is now the guest columnist for the Costco Connection. You guys have heard of Costco, like the warehouse shopping place? And her articles get put in front of 8.5 million people every time an issue comes out. Jackie was just named one of the top 100 mover and shaker women in network marketing. Hello! By 2 kings. She was named by 2 of the biggest kings in the industry as one of the top 100 women. And she, again, is in there with all these women that earn $1 million a month. And a whole bunch of them. And Jackie Gates is in there. I can give story after story after story of people that are having phenomenal success if you use the techniques. Can I make you? No. Do I care if you do? No, because if you don't, it's more for me. Okay. But anyway, I'm going to give you everything I've learned over the past 12 years. Guys, this seminar is $1,500, but I promise, and it includes the $500 two-day seminar. I promised it no excuses. My sites weren't ready. I went to no excuses like a dork. I didn't have everything ready. I had just traveled. I wasn't feeling well, and I just told everybody I would come out with it this week. So I promised in no excuses I would offer half price that day. By the way, this is not baloney. Okay, this isn't like some people are going, oh yeah, it's not really $1,500. Oh yeah, it is. You want to know what my big ticket clients pay me? It's true. So yep. I said I had 10 spots. It's a limit of 10, but I have 7 spots. Until Sunday, I'm offering it at $747. This PayPal button here, it's set to shut off when we hit the inventory limit. Okay? Now, if you need a 3-payment option, I will give that if it's not sold out by Saturday. You need to email me, Diane at Diane HOCHMAN, and say, please, I beg you, I love you, God, you're gorgeous. You gotta stop that. And say, I really need the 3.
God, you're gorgeous.
I really need the 3-pay option. And I really want it. Suck up now. First come, first serve, whoever the first so many people. If it doesn't sell out on its own, if you can afford the $747 now, I recommend you take it. If on Saturday there's still a couple spots left, I will go in order. If I don't find you, you'll leave me a phone number and information where I can find you, because I need to talk to you over the phone and take your credit card number over the phone, because I'm going to run it the day we talk and then a month later and a month later. So if I can't find you, you know, I got to move along. So that's going on. It says click for email address. It's Diane at Diane HOCHMAN. And now let's be transparent, because I've had a couple people screw me lately. And I really kind of don't care about whether you know, I'm only looking for a handful of people. I'm looking for people that are looking for me. I'm not being a snot. I'm being serious. Your payment is non-refundable as of 30 days before the event. If something comes up before 30 days, I'm glad to refund you and open the spot to someone else. There's always someone begging to get in. If you must cancel within 30 days, you can apply your investment towards a future event or one-on-one consulting with me. We're not going to do the I don't show up and I'm going to call you the day of and say I can't get there and I want my money back. That's not right. It's not fair. So I now have, you know, Kathy, I'm going to have like legal disclaimers and all this other stuff. Man, I'm just like trying to help some people. It's like crummy, but it is what it is. So be clear. If you're making a decision to cut, God, you know, your kid gets sick. Guys, I got kids. I'm a nice lady. But if you're going to go and like wait until the day before or commit to coming, because there's people on the phone line here, by the way, that committed to coming last time, didn't respond to any of my emails. I held them a spot. You know who you are. Ooh, she's mean. Guys, I'm here to do business. I'm here to train you up. You're never going to become a pro if you balk like that. If you make a commitment, give your word. And I'm really decent, and I'm going to work with you, and I'm going to help you out. You know, I've messed up. I've screwed up in my career. I've given people back money and done all kinds of things, and I've actually overdone it when I screwed up. So keep your word. Don't keep this spot from somebody else if you are not all in, okay? Be fair and do the right thing. But that's what's going on. Yes, you get all the hotel information and everything else. If you're dying to check out plane rates because you're not sure, the airport code is BDL. That stands for Bradley. BDL. It's in Hartford, Connecticut. Hartford is a nice small little airport. The hotel is right across the street. There's a free little shuttle. Like I said, there's karaoke and disco dancing. Not as good as Edward's room in Vegas, but we try to keep up with the Joneses here in Hartford. If you didn't see Edward's video, go look up Edward Elliott's hot room in Vegas. And that's it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hang out. Thank you, everybody who was here. I'm going to, like, you know, if you guys want to, I'm going to put down all the hands. If anybody wants to raise their hand and shout out. By the way, there's several people on the line that will be with us. Alicia's going to be with us. Tim Hayes is going to be with us. There's a whole bunch of people on the line that are, you know, part of the group and on board. Cheryl Jordan's here. Gosh, I'm just scanning through. Donna Zuna's here. There's a whole bunch of people. Ernesto, who's alumni. You know, there's a Helen who's alumni. There's a whole bunch of people. you know, that are here. There's several of you that are qualified to spots because you purchased something else with me, and I promised you a spot. You are in. Don't worry. You know, you're in for the spots. And if anybody has a question or wants to say something, I can unmute you for a minute. Otherwise, I'm so done. I'm going to take off my sneakers, Kathy. That's my goal.
All right.
Usually I try to get them off before the webinar, but wait, there's more.
You forgot about the 4 free steak knives.
Let's, and I will just put this slide up so that you guys can, wait, where'd it go? There we go. There's how to spell instant marketing celebrity with Diane.com. And that's it. So thank you for being here. If you're in the Northeast, it's a no-brainer. You can drive. If you're, you know, I did this nice and early because I wanted you guys to be able to plan your, you know, your travel so that you get it reasonable. A lot of times they don't tell you about an event until the month before, and you have to pay $600 for a plane ticket. It's kind of stinky. Yeah. So that is it. If there's any of you on the line that know you're supposed to come and everything and you haven't talked to me because it's been hectic, I will take care of you. I promise you. If you told me you're in, you know, like people who are alumni and stuff, I have that information and we will be corresponding. So if you have questions, just email me, Diane at DianeHochman.com. So ladies, thank you. I appreciate you as always. Let me just glance and see. Kathy, did you happen to look at the Q&A in case anybody needed anything?
Yeah, I'm looking there right now.
Okay. Okay.
Just double checking to see if anybody had any questions.
Okay. Oh, Lene, let me unmute Lene. Hey, Hotsy Totsy, you there? Lene.
Here.
Hey, girl.
What's going on?
Lene, I miss you so much since I left you in Las Vegas. I miss you.
I know.
I miss you.
I know, but I'm going to be there in July.
Yeah, well, you're going to come up. You're going to come up for a one-on-one day with me anyway, another day, because you need to.
Oh, goody.
You and the girls. you and the girls. We're going to go hang out. We're going to continue the. Remember the explicit training I was giving you before we shot the video in Vegas?
Yes.
That explicit, very big training that I was giving you downstairs at the hotel. We're going to continue. We're going to continue that training when you come up.
That sounds good, Diane. That's what I need.
That's the training we were after, and we did good that day. So.
Yes, we did.
Oh gosh. All right. Let me see if there's anybody else that needs me. Michael Griffin, I have such a photograph of you. I'm going to use it in my promotional materials. You signed a waiver. Wait till you see it. Uh-oh. He's back. Who's getting back? Is it Lene?
It's probably Lene because she's on the mic.
Well, it was probably Lene.
Yeah.
It was Lene.
Sorry, Nay, I had to mute you, honey.
You're so out of here. All right, gang. I think we're done. We've been here an hour and a half. I appreciate.
There's a young lady asking, what is your email again?
Diane. Here, let me do this. I will be very fancy and do Diane at Hochman. It's H-O-C-H. A lot of people think it's a K, but there it is. Send me an email. Remember, you have to suck up and say nice things to me.
Are you going to have Joe Schroeder as a surprise guest?
Not that I'm aware of, but with that one, you never know. Speaking of which, guys, Joe does have an event coming up. For those of you that know who he is, he has an event coming up at the beginning of June that is strictly a copywriting and marketing event. If anybody wanted to know about that, like July's bad for you, but you were interested in coming out to an event, he has one going on in New Jersey. And that's going to be off the hook. So I mentioned it to a couple people in Vegas. If anybody wanted to know about that, I can get you the info. So, but generally, he does not leave the state of New Jersey. So I don't know whether he has a restraining order or what, but he doesn't leave the state. I'm kidding. No, I do not.
He's not allowed to leave the state.
Pauline Hendricks is here. I love Pauline Hendricks. That's all I have to say about that. Rebecca Woodhead, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and you just wish I'd start doing weekly webinars again so you can stay up in the middle of the night. She's in the UK. Who
is that?
Rebecca.
Rebecca's on?
Yeah, Rebecca's kooky. We're going to, by the way, we have a summer thing coming up. You guys, I haven't even told you girls, but we have a cool summer thing coming up. So we're going to keep Rebecca up all summer long.
I I love Rebecca Woodhead. Can I just say that?
Go buy her book,
me
everybody. Go look her up on Facebook, Rebecca Woodhead.
Oh, her book is amazing. If you haven't bought it and read it, it's wonderful.
We're plugging everybody tonight. We're plugging everybody. So there you go. There you go.
And y'all need to get on my list.
Anyway, we are done. Thank you very much, everybody. If you need me, call me, beat me if you want to meet me. And look out for some. I'm back in the game now that I'm back from all the travel. There will be a lot of training coming up with both me as well as the rest of the team who has, I know Miriam and Jackie have something that they have coming up going on. We got a lot of people that have a lot to train on this summer. So it really could be your summer of success, and I like to call it Marketing Summer School. That's our name for this summer. Last year it was Summer of Success. This year it's Marketing Summer School, Kathy.
Okay.
We're all going to enroll them. We're going to stick them in seats and make them miserable, make them learn all summer.
But that's fun.
Ah, but there's a ticket for that, right?
Well, if you follow my Secret of the Seasons marketing plan, then you know why you want to work your tushy off all summer. So, Secret of the Seasons. Yes. And with that, I bid you all good night. I will see you all soon. Have a great night. Thank you for being here. Appreciate all you guys. And guys, remember, beg people, my mentor taught me this, beg people for their time, not their money. Keep them with you as long as you can. And remember, technology will always change. Human nature never does. Study the skills that the players have. Don't study the little skills. The little skills come, or you can hire someone to do them. Study the skills that the players have if you want to be a player. That's my biggest advice to you. So everybody, good night. Thank you, and we will see you guys next time. Take care.
Good night, Diane.
Night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Jackie.